racetrack. Hello. Good to see you. Welcome back to the show tonight. A little different than normal. If you're new around these parts, I'll explain it real quick, and then we'll hop over into the Discord with the boys. Now, tonight we are doing a special stream, a episode of In the Loop, as we like to call it. Our guest tonight is BonerFPV. You've heard me mention him 1,000 times. You've seen me fly his maps in Velocidrone. You may have seen him on the racetrack. You may have seen him racing in the sim. You may have seen him all over the place. You may have heard of him. His name stands out. Hard to miss. So, tonight we're going to be talking with the man, learning a little bit about him. Normally, these streams, we don't use Robot Lady. We don't have any music playing in the background. Kind of more just a one-on-one, because OG's here too, conversation, and learn a little bit about our guest, and that's that. Just kind of go with the flow. So if you guys have any questions at all during the conversation, feel free to tag me in the chat, much like this message is tagged here with @InfinityLoops. I will highlight it on the screen as you see there. And then we can ask Boner about it. We can kind of work it into the conversation. So it'll be like interactive. It'll be awesome. Anyways, I'm going to hop over there and see how these boys are doing. Enjoy BonerFPV.
It's a bit of fucked up for the FPV career, but...
Oh, hello, gentlemen.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh, man.
So bassy.
Yes.
God, I sound even more like
All
Kermit
about
now with you here. Damn it. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Yeah, man, doing great. It's a bit late. I'm a bit tired, but
Do you want
I had a
to
lot of coffee.
do you want to share with everyone where you are currently and what the time is?
Well, at the moment, I'm still in Holland, in a little place called Teteringen. That's near a city in Breda, in the southern part of Holland. And at the moment, if I'm looking at the clock, it's like 3:35,
Yikes.
halfway in the night, and I haven't slept, so I'm effing tired.
Well,
Let's keep it neat.
You don't have to if you don't want to. I don't.
Oh,
I certainly don't. So yeah, don't worry about that. Well, I guess we should start off just by saying thank you for taking the time out to come hang out with us tonight, even though
man.
It's so early in the morning for you.
Well,
I kind of just wanted to get started. Number one, do you mind explaining to everyone where your name comes from? Because I know it is something that is mentioned quite a lot. It's a very unique pilot name, unlike some others out there. So,
yeah.
do you mind giving us your origin story?
Oh, for sure. You know, a nickname, you don't pick one, you get one.
Sure.
And it was like 10, 15 years, I think 15 years ago, I was a bit starting with FPV and drones and all that kind of shit. And nearby my house, there's a big forest with a big sand dune, an area big, only sand. Mm-hmm. And it was like this time of the year, and I had a fucking cold, and I had a big bulge of handkerchiefs, of tissues in my pocket. So we were flying, and I was just like ecstatic because I had a great lipo, and I was jumping around, and somebody on the side watched the silhouette of me, and he saw a big bulge at the front, and he said, "Dude, what's wrong with you? Are you getting a boner? Because you're having, you know what? From now on, you're BonerFPV." So that's 15 years ago, and
jeez,
till today, I'm still wearing the name.
Yeah. Well,
That's
with proud.
That's such a good origin story.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So you brought up that was like 15 years ago. So you've been flying RC that long, or FPV that long?
I started with FPV like 15 years ago, but I've been busy with RC my entire life, because when I was a little boy, my grandpa made RC boats from wood, and the boats that he made were copies of the Dutch Navy.
Oh, so my God, that's awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they were very big, and he and my dad constructed the boat, and I was the painter because I was a little guy I was painting all around.
Yeah.
And all the years after that, I got more interested in RC models and cars and plastic models of tanks and you named it. And I was like 8 or 9 years old. And with Christmas, I get my first RC plane. It was a glider. It was 2 meters wide, 1 meter long. And the day it was finished, my mom came into my room with the laundry, and she put the basket right on top of my plane.
Oh,
no.
man.
Yeah, and that was the first experience with a crashed airplane. But
Never
that-
even had the chance
I
to take
stopped-
off.
no, yeah, in the garbage. But the years after that, I was a little bit interested in planes, and I had those little Hobby King foam planes, just the one like you had, that red one.
Yeah.
And then I saw somebody flying with an RC helicopter, and I think that's nice. So I went to the store, bought that kind of a helicopter, and I was very, very ecstatic with it and very happy. And I went to the field, and I saw a guy opening up his trunk, putting out a helicopter from 1.5 meters with nitro engine and all that
Yeah,
shit.
Oh yeah.
And I was, okay, I heard that noise, I saw the smoke, I smelled the smoke, I think, yeah.
That's what I want.
And yeah, and 2 years later, I got 16 helicopters hanging on my wall.
God damn. Yeah.
Sounds a
That
lot
sounds
like
Yeah.
me going into
Yeah.
FPV.
Yeah.
Both feet in.
Yeah,
So how long were you flying helis before you just went straight into drones? Because you don't fly helis anymore, do you?
no.
So
But I flew it like 7 or 8 years.
oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Jeez, yeah, this is quite a while.
Yes.
Yeah. But the problem is the brands that I used, those were like Hirobo and Thunder Tiger. Those two brands stopped producing spare parts. So the problem I had when I crashed, I couldn't get some spare parts.
Sure.
And the interest at the local field of helicopters was at a low point,
Yeah.
because it made too many noises. The people surrounding are complaining about the smoke, the noise, and I thought, you know what? Now it's a good time. Everybody's still flying RC helicopters. It's still a hype. I'm gonna sell it all. I sold it all, and I had one special helicopter. It's also on my YouTube channel. It's in the theme of the A-Team.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and the entire fuselage, it's handmade
Damn.
and hand painted, and it's one-on-one.
I saw a lot of
was my pride.
your old fuselages that you had made, or the
Yeah,
cabins of them. I saw a bunch of those that you had done. You got on your channel.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, dude, I was digging back on your YouTube channel to make your intro, and I was like, he's got stuff on here from like 15 years ago of you
Yeah.
flying
Yeah.
planes and helicopters and shit. It's like that's
He's
incredible.
Been around the block, man.
Yeah, dude, been around for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah. And also some special project, because if you watch on my YouTube channel, you see a little clip about the Blue Thunder. That's a helicopter from the early '80s.
I think I see something or I saw something about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was the first person in the entire European area that had that kind of helicopter. Because
Damn.
that
Damn.
fuselage, it's handmade by a guy in the States, and it's not for sale in any stores. And not at that size.
Yeah.
And I was the first one, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna make it exactly like the one in the movie, including the noise of a machine gun, 3 blades. Yeah, man. Also, the lads, it was one-on-one, and that was fucking cool.
Yeah.
But yes, I made a lot of videos. I have made a lot of videos.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I saw it. You know, another thing I noticed about your channel, I wanted to ask you about, is that like, if I go all the way back, you only speak Dutch, but then like as the videos get older or newer, I should say, you start to speak English in all of them. What was the change for? Did you start noticing you had like a English speakers watching you?
Yeah.
That's all it was?
Because, in the first part, I was only making videos for my Dutch audience because I wasn't that known. But after my creations on Velocidrone, my name became more well known across the world. And I got more questions about from the States, from Turkey, and other places. And yeah, nowadays it's better to talk in a language that everybody understands instead of Dutch, because if I talk Dutch, I think it sounds like a bit of a Russian for you guys.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be able to understand any of it, that's for sure. So I'm glad that you do speak English very well. Probably better than I do.
Yeah.
And OG,
Yeah,
for being
no
honest.
shit.
We both speak it pretty poorly.
Yep.
First language, but
call it like it is.
yep, only
I
language.
can't even pronounce our own fucking YouTube channel. So
You have trouble with it. I don't know if I'd say you can't pronounce it, but you know.
I
Well,
just muddle the.
I got my moments.
Yeah.
I got my moments. Hey, but OG, I know I asked it very much, but how the fuck is your transmitter doing?
I was waiting
my
for it.
my transmitter's in worse shape than ever.
I was waiting for
It's
it.
in worse shape than ever. I dropped it. Is that 2
I
streams
heard
ago?
it.
He dropped it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard it. That's
So
why
now
I asked.
it's part transmitter, part maracas. Because if I shake it around, you can hear the little the USB-C port that popped inside rattling around. So it's a musical instrument. So yes, I do need to take it apart, but I just need to order switches and fucking do it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But every time I think about doing it, and I think about all the little shit that I gotta take out of it, I'm like, ugh.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. It'll be worth it. The shells look awesome, so it's definitely.
And
worth
I've got AGO1 gimbals just sitting ready to go in too, so it's like,
dude, I don't know how you waited more than 24 hours without putting those in. God, the second those arrived, I already had my radio apart. I was just waiting for them to arrive so I could put them in.
Next February, he's got the shells for 2 years. So
yeah, it'll be the anniversary.
Game on you.
Yeah, it'll be the anniversary.
Allegedly,
dude. In about what I think 5-6 months, I know you guys for 3 years. Heads is flying my maps now for almost 3 years.
Yeah,
and
that's
in the
crazy.
beginning, it was every week.
Yeah,
and every fucking week.
I know, it's crazy. You were coming up with shit every single week.
Yeah, but lately
too.
I've got some other things.
Wasn't even just like little filler maps. They were like complicated, themed,
with hidden rooms and shit.
Yeah, and statues and shit flying around. It was crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's how boner maps go. Well, hey, speaking of boner maps, that's a good segue to another question that I had. What exactly drew you into wanting to make Velocidrone maps to begin with? Like, how did you
in the
even start messing around with the creator?
Well, and before I started flying drones in real life, I started on the Velocidrone simulator because I wanted to know how it feels, how it turns, what it does.
Sure.
Sorry. And before I'm gonna crash all my quads into trees, concrete buildings, or whatever, I think I'm gonna try the sim. And Neil Merrick, you know that guy.
Yeah.
Adam Grower. He was also a track builder for Velocidrone, and every time I looked at his maps and his tracks, I was a bit, curious how he did it.
Yeah.
And I knew there was an editor, so I opened it and I was messing around, and then I think, you know what, I'm gonna make a track. I'm gonna put in some trees. I'm gonna put in this, and after a while, there was a contest on Velocidrone for a track contest. Mm-hmm. And if you became number one, your track will be official. And I still know the name of the map that I submitted, and that was Boner's Playground.
Yeah.
And
I'm pretty
that's
sure
a little Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And people loved my maps, and then a short while after that, I made Freestyle Heaven, the big map Heads is using a lot.
Oh yeah.
And that was a bit of a tryout for me because I wanted to know what can I make with the editor. And after that, I was a little bit brainstorming about how to make nice buildings and maps. But the problem is, before that, there wasn't dynamic polyworld. There wasn't dynamic weather, only the dynamic weather in the other guy.
Yeah.
But if you build a lot, just like the last Bendo map I made, you will notice you will get a lot of frame drops.
Right.
Hmm.
So you're not allowed to build big things in dynamic weather or empty scene day or whatever because of the high detailed program projects they have of the objects they have.
Yeah.
And if you look at dynamic polyworlds and stuff like that, you can add a ton of shit before it even gets a little drop.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna say
the
yeah, I
moment
noticed.
the moment they released dynamic polyworlds and all the other stuff, yeah,
It's a
that's
game changer.
I've got ADHD and my mind is turbo,
Yeah.
and every you know what I mean, because every time we talk about a different subject, different and all kind of ideas are pooping up in my mind,
Yeah.
and I call them brain farts. I message you a lot with crazy things about t-shirts, the whoop gauge, and all stuff like that.
Yeah. All kinds of
But
ideas.
that's me. I love to design, and because of that, all the things that I did in Velocidrone, suddenly the multi GP contacted me for the ice storm. For the ice storm recently are my designs.
Yeah.
I did in May this year. We were in Italy with Dutch drone racing.
Right. Yeah.
That's also a thing that I do. So
Yeah. It's so cool.
I'm very busy with all the things of that.
No kidding, man.
And Turkey, Russia, England, so many countries. I'm a creator for tracks,
That's awesome.
and so with the tracks and the stuff in dynamic polyworlds, the fantasy maps. Yeah, my name is well known across the world, I think.
I would
Oh,
agree with
yeah.
that. Yeah.
I would
At
absolutely
least
agree with
among
that.
drone pilots, we all know who you are.
Yeah,
So
Expect it to be colder in my basement today.
yeah,
Yeah.
I see.
I
Yeah,
got a big
you
ass jacket on.
layered up a little bit there.
nice.
There we go. It's good. It's a nice logo there. I like that one.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
So what do you do outside of FPV? What, like hobby, work, life?
Hobby. Well, hobbies. I've got a lot of them. I've got a big aquarium, like 350 liters here in my
Hell
living
yeah.
room.
Good lord.
I make music, hardstyle, hardcore.
Yeah.
I draw cartoons,
You draw cartoons?
Very creative.
yeah, I'm a cartoonist. Yep, I'll do bonsai trees, gardening.
Oh,
Yeah. Very
So-
peaceful, zen-like.
And
so
a little bit of designing at Velocidrone. Not much, but a bit.
just a scotch.
yeah, yeah.
So-
Every once in a while.
What do you do for like a day job? What was that like?
Well, I was an electrician. I built cabinets for industrial components with all the switches and lights, flickering lights.
Sure.
And I made cabinets like 4 meters, 6 meters wide, completely filled with wires and transformers
Was
and,
this for
and
like
switches.
like a contractor or a company, or were you independent?
No, it was just for a company. It was in a working place at the building itself.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, most of the people know that my left arm had some bad luck, and 3 years ago I dislocated my left elbow, and because of that my nerves are damaged, my muscles are damaged, and yeah, this week I had a result and some strength tests at the hospital, but at my right arm I got like 70 kilograms in strength,
Yeah.
and at my left like 5 or 6.
Jesus.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Big difference.
That's a crazy difference. Yeah.
So I'm without work now for 3 years. So
Trying to stay busy. That's with all the hobbies, huh?
Yeah.
well, that's working. I'm keeping myself busy, but
That's perfect. You
Yep.
need that.
I have to. Yeah, but I have to take it a little bit slower than I used to. But when I was younger, I was fitter and stronger. But now, when I put on my socks, my arm hurts. So
God damn.
Yeah. That's
yeah, yeah.
Sorry, just to backtrack a little bit because I do want to try to grab some questions from chat as they come up. Back to Velocidrone just for a moment. What's your favorite map you've ever built? Do you have one? One that you
Yeah.
just loved working on?
Yeah, Atlanta Wildwood Center.
I was gonna
Oh,
guess that, but I
yeah.
wanted you to say it. I was gonna guess that because that's a masterpiece. That
That was
map
such
is
a cool
insane.
project. Yeah.
including the little bush at the top.
Yeah. The little
Yeah.
weed growing on the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great answer. Yeah. We don't have to go too deep into
That's
that
the
one.
masterpiece.
But,
Yeah.
there's another question from chat here. Whoa, these questions are all over the place. That's fine. We're gonna take them as they come.
Hit me.
Has the European public's view on 5-inch drones changed since the war started? As far as like flying in public over there, is it like the general consensus? Are people more worried about drones now, 5-inch quads in the air? Have you
Here in
noticed
Holland, no.
Yeah,
No.
I didn't think they would be in Holland.
Yeah.
I can't imagine they'd care too much there.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's understandable. It's a good question.
Yeah.
I was interested in it. So
Yeah.
other hobbies outside of, other jobs outside of that one. What were you doing in early life for work? Like what led you into doing the electrical job?
Well, my dad was an electrician. He was an electrical engineer.
Okay.
What he had in his mind, he could make it. He made his own prints. He made his own components. If he wanted to make a little machine that goes bleep bleep, he could build it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think what I just said becomes a slap because bleep bleep.
Careful.
No, but I
By
was.
turning you in a slap.
Mhm.
Another one.
Ooh.
More boner
Another.
slaps. Boner slaps
No.
sounds kind of.
No, that's giving me a boner.
There you go. There's a live one for you.
Yes. My dad was an electrician, and he said to me, "That's the future. If you want to become an important man in the industry, become an electrician. You can make everything. You can build everything." And I didn't want to do that because it was not my calling. And I was 17. I wanted a break from school, so I joined the army. And I was in the army for 3.5 years, including 6 months in Yugoslavia, from 1898 till 99, during the war in Kosovo with the big bombardments. And in May 99, my contract ended, and I had two options: become a soldier, or stay a soldier for the rest of my life, or going back to my wife and how do you call it in English? To be a civilian.
Yeah.
To be a civilian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a buddy of mine worked at a big electrical company nearby, and he said, "Now we are looking for people." So I started back as an electrician, and in the first part, I did some houses and buildings provided with the electric and the wall sockets and the switches.
Sure.
But after a couple of years, I was a bit bored of that. It was the same. Every day was the same.
Yeah.
And
That always sucks.
there was, and there was one day I was sent to a big factory, and it was replacing and rewiring some big areas at the factory. And I was put in a little room, and with only cabinets all around me, and big cable wires were coming in, and they all had to be connected to the cabinets. And I was opening those doors, and I saw all the wires and all the switches, and I thought, "This is my future."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So often, yeah, because you begin with an empty cabinet, and you got your components laying around and your cables, but you have to make it all by yourself. You have to cut every wire, you have to strip it, you have to put a little plug on it, you have to connect it to the object, and it's your project. And if you put a plug in it, you put the plug in it at the end of the story, and turn on the switch, and everything works. Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's beauty
That's
A lot
right
of
giving me a boner.
satisfaction. Yeah.
there.
Yeah, man.
Your boner.
And about the years I did that, I got bigger projects, and I think after 10, 15 years, I got some leadership in the working place that I was. So I had like 15 people working under me. So I have to arrange all the components. I have to be the boss about 15 guys.
Yeah.
And my career was growing. And yeah, at one day I decided to do some kickboxing with my friends. And that fucked up my elbow.
Oh shit. So how long ago was that?
Yep. My elbow was 3 years ago.
Okay. You were kickboxing 3 years
September.
ago?
Man, I've done judo for 12 years. After that, 3.5 years of kickboxing. After that, 6 years of Kyokushin karate. That's full contact karate.
Yeah.
And after that, back to kickboxing. So I've been martial arts for like 30 years, 35
damn.
years.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I remember seeing
Yeah.
a picture of you a long time ago you sent me of when you were in the Army. You were fucking jacked. He was a
Yep.
big motherfucker, and he was like a
Yeah.
teenager. He was like 19 or
Just
something.
a real big boner.
Yeah.
Just a meaty bastard.
Yeah, just a big old
Yeah.
triumphant bastard.
But yeah, so
With a lot of veins.
so when you were in the Army, did you do were you a soldier? Were you electrical? What was your MOS? Like, what were you doing for a job there?
I was a gunner on a tank.
Gunner on a
shit.
tank?
Yeah, 25 millimeter. And
Oh,
I've
yeah.
got
Oh, hell yeah.
I had a 25 millimeter gun, and next to that I have a 7.62 millimeter rifle.
Now that's giving me a boner.
Yeah, that 25
Well,
Mike.
if-
Phew.
If it fires, it makes a lot of sound.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
yeah, it does
yeah.
make a lot of racket.
Yeah.
So you said you were in Kosovo for that? Shit, what was Kosovo like?
Have you watched the news about Ukraine?
Similar?
Yeah.
Just less
There you
drones,
go.
probably, right?
yeah.
Yeah, less drones,
Yeah.
but the same.
Yeah, well, I guess war is
Yeah,
war
war.
anywhere you put it.
Yeah, and I was 21 when I was there,
Yeah.
and at the age of 20, you don't have to be in a war zone. You have to be laying drunk in the gutter,
Yeah,
playing with women.
Uh-huh, yeah,
So,
for sure.
yeah, smoking some weed with your friends, but not with your balls in the middle of a war.
No, yeah, that's no way to spend your early
Sitting in a
20s.
damn tank, yeah.
So when did so you get out of the military, and when did you start your family? When, like, you met your wife, and because you have a wife and 2 children.
Yeah. Well, I met my wife 29 years ago.
Wow.
damn.
So
Yeah.
so you
Yeah.
started fighting and then met your wife a year later? You started
Yeah.
you started martial arts and then you met her?
Yeah.
I was in 95. I was on a holiday in Spain with 3 buddies of mine. And the funny thing is, we thought there were a big group with guys and girls and stuff like that, but we left the bus in Spain, and we came at our tent and we looked around, and only women, only females. And there were like 16 or 20 females, and we were with 4 boys. And I was better. I had no girl. I was single.
Yeah.
But I was on a vacation for my fun. I was not planning to chase the chicks, and I didn't smoke. I didn't drink. I was a neat boy.
Yeah.
And a buddy of mine, he was like 2 meters wide and 2 meters tall. He fell in love with a girl, but he was afraid to talk to her, and I talk to anybody that I don't care. So I was a bit of the contact person between those two.
Ah, okay.
You're a wingman and
And yeah, and the vacation was over, and I still had some contact with the girl, and we had some photos, and we switched them together, and all of a sudden we were looking at each other, and we had some eye contact, and we kissed for the first time. And that is 29 years ago, and she is my first girlfriend, and I'm her first boyfriend.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. And this
That
is
is
the
wild.
dude. This is the girl that your buddy was wanting.
Yep.
Oh,
Sucks to
snooze,
suck,
you
nerd.
lose. Yeah.
Sucks to be him.
And then,
Hey.
so you guys were together then for like 10, 15 years before you started having kids? Your son's
Yeah,
your
15
oldest,
years.
right?
Yeah, he's 15,
Your son's 15, and then your daughter is 12 now?
13.
13.
13. But my son is 15, but he almost has the same voice that I have. So
Does he really?
That's ridiculous.
yeah, that's what I said.
That kid's
You
going
guys
to
need
be,
to start a podcast.
he's going to be trouble with the ladies then. You got to keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you meet
That's
your
sweet.
wife. You're starting martial arts, and you've just been in Holland your whole life, as far as outside of travel and all.
Yep.
Never moved, just always been in the same area of Holland.
I was born in the. If you have the picture of Holland, in the left corner you have a place that's called Terneuzen. That's a difficult word. That's where I was born.
Okay.
That's where I was born. It's close to Belgium.
Okay.
And because it's close to Belgium, that part of Holland has a Belgium accent. It's a different language
Yeah.
than typical Dutch. And because I was older, I was in the army. I want to move together with want to live together with my wife. We moved over to Brabant, and Brabant is another state
Yeah.
in Holland.
State.
And it's a bit in the middle of the southern area of Holland, and there is a place, this big place that's called Breda, and on the right side there's a small town called Teteringen, and that's where I live, like 5,000-6,000 people, not that much.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Oh,
Very
yeah,
small
that's
town.
Nobody.
And I live on the edge near my house. It's 18-hole golf course, so
Nice.
it's quiet.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've got the sun every day in my yard, so yeah, life is good.
Hell yeah. No, that's dope.
So what got you into drone racing? Since we have another racer here.
Racer.
Well, if you switch from freestyle to racing, you will notice how fast a quad can go.
Yeah.
And if you fly on 6S with the setup from nowadays, you will go like 175, maybe 200 kilometers an hour.
Yeah. I was thinking.
And if you fly 50 centimeters across the ground through gates with a goggle on your face, that's why the race. That's fucking awesome. The feeling, the adrenaline,
Right. Yeah. Sure.
the chase. Yeah.
Did you ever race anything else before this, like any RC stuff or anything at all?
No, planes a bit, some cars, a lot on the toilet.
So that's crazy. All right. So getting into racing just because it was fast. That's why that was like.
Yeah,
the reason?
also, but now not just only that reason, because in 2018, wait, my ears are falling off. In 2018, they're starting here in Holland with drone racing, the competition live for versions, but also a live stream. And some guys contacted me from, dude, we need a commentator for a live stream.
Yeah.
Do you want to try it? I said, sure, why not? And it was in Holland, in Dutch. And if I speak in Dutch, it goes more, I can use more words.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But I started talking, and it was flowy as fuck. And I kept pushing out words, and yeah, I was enjoying it. And I did that for 6-7 months. And you're starting to know the pilots, you know the techniques behind the drones, you know more about the track, you know how it goes, because the first time I saw a racetrack, I saw so many fucking gates, and how the fuck can you remember the track that you have to fly? But if you're doing it for a couple of years, you will recognize a move. You know, if you see some gates, you will, that's that kind of move, and that's that kind of move, and always you flow from left to right. It's not only left, it's not only right. There are not unusual turns. You know, if you do a move, that there's the next object. And if you do it at a couple of years,
yeah, sure, you kind of get a little more used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got an eye for it.
Yeah, and if you watch at your lap times, if I watch lap times from a couple of years ago when I'm racing the track again, I know for sure it's like 20 seconds faster
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
because now you know how to do it.
Right. Sure.
Yeah, I like doing that from time to time on Velocidrone, going back to old tracks that I raced when I was first getting into racing, and just seeing if I can just demolish the times. Sometimes I
Yeah.
do, sometimes I don't. But yeah, that's super cool. So how long was it you were commentating before you actually started racing then?
Yeah, yeah. I did that. Like I said, for 6-7 months. There was another organization here in Holland that organized the drone races, but it was not going that well. And so I stopped after a year with the commentating and
What was
started
wrong
flying
with it? Just like didn't get along with the people, or
No, it was a bit internal issues, and
okay.
I don't think it's appropriate to talk about that. That's
That's
tricky.
fair.
So,
Yeah,
That's
whatever
fair.
you don't
Yeah.
want to talk about, no worries. Not
I
gonna
mean,
press you on
I
that.
respect everybody. So,
Yeah. No, we're not here to bash
but
anybody.
Yeah, you're all good.
no. Everybody's good and everybody did. So,
Yep.
but that organization had did a lot of races, and the years after that, it was a bit getting less. So, me and a buddy, that was like 3.5 years ago, we were flying in Nijmegen. It's a place at the west side of Holland, or at the east side. And we were talking to each other, what if we are going to organize race by ourselves? And we started with some crappy gates on the crappy field with crappy drones. But all of a sudden, it got a name. And the buddy I do it with is Jesse Hulsewit. He's also working for the drone shop in
Okay.
Holland.
Yeah.
And he and I started Dutch drone racing 3.5 years ago on a crappy field. And the years after that, we get more people started to know us by name, watched our streams, and all of a sudden, we were invited for a big race in Italy. And last year in May, we did a very fucking great race there in Italy. It was a massive track. I also designed that one.
Yeah.
And I also got to know Matt Andrews. That's the voice for a lot of commentating for drone races. Mm-hmm. And he's a big name in the drone scene. And funny thing is, this morning I had a personal conversation with that guy, and he's dying to do a little race together with me as commentators.
Oh, no shit.
So
Yeah, that'd be sick.
yeah,
that's a good idea.
that's
sick.
that's
I
a
hope
dream
so.
come true. But with Dutch drone racing, like I said, we started a couple of years ago, but now we do outdoor races, 6-7 a year. Next month we're gonna start with a whoop league, 6 tracks complete in the dark with LEDs and all stuff like that, and by that a big name in the micro scene of whoops has contacted us with the question from, hey, can I sponsor you guys? And that's
Hey,
Newbie
cool.
Drone.
Nice.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, that's sick.
And also we got Mr. Fractal also as a sponsor,
Oh.
and Velocidrone.
That's great. Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
we got big names.
Yeah, you're growing. A growing boner.
Yeah.
So
Hey.
the first track from this this upcoming Whoop series, is that the one that I flew on stream last week?
Yeah, Full Frenzy.
Track? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a fun track. I'm excited to see that set up in real life.
You've been getting more into whoop racing the last like 2-3 years, right? What do you like better? Do you like doing the 5-inch racing still more just because it's faster, or do you like the whoop stuff because it's a little more like just send it, not worry about breaking too
Well,
much?
Little more better.
Now the funny thing is with whoop races, if you crash against the wall, you can fly again.
Yeah.
If you crash against the wall with a 5-inch at high speed,
That's it for the wall and the drone.
Yeah, yeah.
It's done, and I think if I buy a flight controller and the ESC for a 5-inch, it's the same amount I'm paying for a complete whoop.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So, and all of a sudden I've got 6 whoops.
It happens quick, man. When they're
Plus,
cheap
I
to
mean-
build, yeah.
For me, another big thing
But it's
is
fun.
always,
It's fun.
Yeah. It is.
it's the convenience of whoop racing has always been a big.
True,
well, whoops
yeah.
in general, that's always been a big draw. You know, you need a lot less space.
You can put all your batteries for the entire day of racing in your pocket.
Yeah, in your pocket.
you just can't do that with
Yeah.
a 5-inch quad.
Can you imagine just walking around with like 6S batteries?
I guess you could if you got a
poking out
sweet ass pair of Jenkos. You probably could fit
Ooh.
easily. Got 2 dozen 6S batteries in that
your
back
pocket. Got some
pocket.
nice cargo pants.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you coming to the U.S. for any races?
Well, Whooptopia is coming up,
Yes.
and
January.
are you guys going to that event?
I don't think either
Not-
one of us is going.
Not this year, no.
I'll probably be there in 2025 as well.
2026.
Yeah, that's the one.
Well,
That's the one I
that's-
said.
That's probably a race where I'm gonna participate.
You're gonna go to this coming Whooptopia? Oh hell,
Probably.
yeah. I hope
Yeah.
so, dude. I'll be watching on stream the entire weekend, but I definitely will not be at Whooptopia, unfortunately.
But
I'd
also,
love to be there.
but I'm also planning. I talked to OG about it a couple of week ago.
Yeah.
Because I know you guys for so long. I think it's time. I think it's time to make the big jump across the pond. And I think I have to visit a bunch of weirdos.
We're a ways out there from Arizona, from where you're gonna be at least for Whooptopia.
Yeah, but I'm planning for more trips to the States. so-
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. You
know,
gotta let us know. Keep us posted.
come out to the East Coast out here.
Brundlefly wants to meet you at Whooptopia, by the way. Keep that
cool.
in mind while you're there.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Now he knows how I look, so
Yeah, you're going to be
He
looking
can
for
recognize
a very strapping, tall, slender man with a long ponytail. That's how you'll
Precisely.
find Brundle.
Precise. Yeah, sorry, it's still
Can't wait.
a little warm in here.
Gotta take another layer off.
Oh,
I like your hat,
it's
OG.
been-
Can I see your hat?
oh, thank you. Yeah.
Classic.
Yep. It's just been so cold in my basement.
I feel you, dude.
Be
It's been
prepared,
cold
you
in
know?
general.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of that cold weather. What about you, Boner? Is it chilly up there? Over there?
well, it's getting a bit chilly because winter is coming,
Yeah.
and at the moment it's almost raining every day. The leaves are falling, and
Beautiful
in
time
Holland,
of year to fly,
if
though.
true, but if in Holland the leaves are falling, be prepared for weeks and weeks of rain.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
That sucks.
Yeah, I guess that's part of the territory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the climate here in Holland.
Do you guys are you big on Halloween?
No.
No? Just in general
No.
in the country, or you in general are not big on Halloween?
Well, they are celebrating Halloween, but not as big as you guys.
Ah, I see. We do everything big,
they'll-
though. It's for money. It's a
Yes.
commercial thing. It's so people can sell shit. It's every holiday here. That's all they are. They're all just Hallmark holidays, so you can buy shit.
And it's getting worse and worse. Stores have had Christmas shit. Like we went into I forget what store it was. I think Michael's like 3 weeks ago, looking for Halloween shit, and they had their Christmas stuff set up and Christmas music playing in the store.
Yeah, they got Christmas
Like-
shit at Lowe's up here already. I went in the hardware store the other day to get stuff for the trunk or treat. And they already
Yeah,
got
like I
Christmas
get-
shit set up. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Fuck outta
And
here
they
with
just keep
that.
pushing it earlier and earlier.
Yeah, I want to enjoy my Halloween time. Give me my spooky stuff.
Yep.
Get your goddamn
Yep.
Santa Claus out of here.
Hey, what about Mariah Carey and her favorite fucking
God.
song? Oh,
No, she hasn't been on Thawed yet. Don't
I
speak
worked-
her name.
I worked at a grocery store for a few years when I was younger, and I would just have to hear that like 10 times a day. It was awful.
yeah.
I hated
For
it.
3 months.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's right. Did you do any? Speaking of your younger years, did you do any college or any university of any kind, or you were straight to the military after a break. You said you had a break in your early or late teens before joining the Army?
I was in middle school till I was 16.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Middle school or high
I
school?
high school. Sorry. And after that, I had the opportunity to get some to follow a study, but I was lazy.
I feel you. So
Yeah,
you did the way harder thing and joined the Army?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is, when I was 2 years old, I had a brain damage.
Okay.
I was I was laying in the hospital for 3 weeks, and 2 weeks of that, I was on the edge of dying.
Oh
Jesus.
my gosh.
I had a big infection in my brain, and the doctor said he could be blind, deaf, dead, or other stuff.
Yeah.
And I had a problem with my concentration.
Mm.
If I'm sitting behind, if I'm reading a book and I'm at sentence number 4, the first 3
Yeah.
it's gone.
It's gone, yeah.
But if I read a comic and I see pictures,
Mm-hmm. Easier to
It stays.
remember that?
Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting. Very
So when I was getting older, I started to draw things to remind it.
I see. Like Memento.
And yes,
yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
Memento.
Fucking great movie.
Yeah,
Yeah. Awesome movie.
Yeah.
And because I draw a lot, suddenly I drew some little people and then cars and then cartoons. And I think I was 12 and I drew my first porn. So,
To be fair, I'm pretty sure we all drew some stick figures with dicks on them at some point in our life.
Yeah, I mean it's beginning of puberty. You're gonna
basically.
think with your other head.
Yeah, you gotta work with what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little boner. How
Did
many
you ever...
dick jokes do we have now, LG?
So many.
I don't know. I
so
said we
many.
need a dick joke counter. We need a boner joke counter.
Oh man, I could have organized that. Damn it.
Yeah.
I thought about
Yeah.
it when you were rolling the intro. I was like, we needed
shit.
a dick joke counter.
Yeah, next time. Next time he's
Yes.
on, we'll have to make a
Yeah,
boner
yeah.
counter. Dick
Yeah.
joke counter. So did you ever do anything with the drawing stuff, with illustrating? Did you ever do any kind of pursue that in any way, or just always as a hobby? Just kind of.
Well, it stays as a hobby because I'm old school. I use pencil and paper. Nowadays they use high-tech computers.
Sure, yeah.
I'm already happy that I can build something in Velocidrone, because if you're gonna put me behind a big computer and say to me, "Hey, draw a car,"
Yeah.
okay, please give me paper and pencil because
yeah.
I'm old school.
Yeah.
But here in Holland, we have that's something that you don't have. That is carnaval. That's
I'm familiar
4
with it.
days
Yeah.
of crazy music. Everybody is dressed up, and 4 days of alcohol madness. It's everybody is drunk, humping each other, throwing up everywhere, and they have big carts like 20 meters long, 50 meters high, completely filled with moving heads and wicked puppets and crazy music, and it's also a bit of a cartoonish car.
Yeah.
And I designed cars for some organizations here in Breda for Carnaval, like 4 years, 5 years. So I drew cars, and if they were ready with the build, it was like 20 meters long and in full color and
That's crazy.
with turning eyes and smiling,
Yeah.
all the stuff. And yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of
That's
fun.
dope. That's super dope.
Yeah. So all in all, I'm a very creative motherfucker.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Sounds like it. Is your wife
Yeah.
a creative type as well?
Yes, and also as crazy as I am. So
Match made in
That's-
heaven, dude.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. There you go.
indeed.
How about the kids? Are the kids sharing any of those creative little sparks like you have?
Yeah, my son is completely mad about robots,
Oh, that's awesome.
and
perfect.
also at his school, there's a special class for some kind of combat and then project for the robots.
Oh, like battle
And
bots
he's-
kind of thing where they fight.
Yeah,
Fighting
no,
robots?
they don't fight, but they have to pick something up.
Oh,
and put it
okay,
on-
I see challenges
Okay.
and shit. Okay.
Yeah,
That's-
and there's a little paper plane that has to shoot off the drone, and
I
but
see.
he designs stuff for that. He does a bit of a little electronic, not much. And my daughter, she's crazy about drawing. She's got the same mind as I have. What I have in my mind, I can draw it on paper.
Yeah.
So it's I don't have to think about it. Just put it on paper, and it's
That's something
by
not many
itself.
people have. That's
Yeah.
that is definitely a blessing to have.
That's something I've always been jealous of is people that can just draw out shit that they picture in their mind. 'Cause
yeah.
I do not have that artistic talent.
Oh,
So
did
you have
that's a good
autistic
question.
talent.
Did
I
well,
was
got
I was
that.
curious about this question too. I was gonna ask it at some
Did you
point.
draw your own logo?
To be honest, no, because if you look at the skull and you imagine the goggles are off,
Yeah.
it's a stencil for airbrush.
Ah, okay.
There are
Okay.
there are skull stencils for airbrush, and I
Sure.
airbrushed a lot, and I still airbrush a lot. And I had those stencils, and I thought, hey, what if I put a goggle on it? And I think that will be cool for FPV, because if I fly, now beware, because my drones are going all the way, and
Yeah.
I already flew against my own head. I had a big chunk out of it. And that's also in my logo. It's a big chunk out of the
Right.
head.
Wait, you flew into
And-
your head
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah,
with the 5?
yeah, full speed. I have
God.
here on my head. Here I got a big scar.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's, you can see a little discoloration on the top there. Yeah.
Yikes! That's
Yeah,
another point in favor of whoops.
Yeah, well, I was flying on a big area and my drone crashed, and that was in the period there wasn't any turtle mode available in beta flight, so you had to do the walk of shame to get your drone.
Yeah.
But my drone crashed like maybe 100 meters away from me. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna walk, put it straight. I'm gonna fly my lipo empty, and then I'm gonna walk back. So I was underneath a branch of a tree in the shade because it was fucking warm. And I was flying around, and I did some power loops, and I thought, hey, there's a nice gap between those branches.
That you're
Yeah.
standing under. Oh no!
Fuck.
That was my spot. So I was flying full speed, and I thought, hey, what's that noise?
Ah.
And
I could totally
it
see
flew
that
against
happening
my-
though, like walking to get your drone and then putting the goggles back on and forgetting that you're not where you were, and like you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
just losing track of where you are in
yeah,
time and
Yeah.
space.
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, well, I
and
feel
to
like
run
I
into
do it-
yourself is crazy.
Yeah, I do that all the time because all I fly is whoops. So it's like anything.
Yeah.
Anytime I gotta walk far for it, a lot of times, especially if it's like middle of the pack or whatever, I'll just stand there and fly some and don't think about
Yeah.
it. So that's making me
Yeah, but
scared
if you-
to.
But that's a bit of the meaning behind my logo, and you see the background with all those little stripes.
Yeah. The
That's-
what do they
that's
call it? Diamond plate.
Diamond plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. So I put the skull, the goggles, the lines, the text edits, and the diamond plate. So it's a bit of a old design, but the template is already in the one existing model. It's just a skull for airbrush.
Oh, okay. Okay. Would you ever just redo your logo to? I know you've gone through a couple iterations of your logo. Now that I've watched like 15-year-old videos, I've seen the progression of the logo change. And then I've randomly like the logo. I think there was 3 or 4 iterations that I remember seeing, and then randomly like they started having goggles on them because it was just a skull, and then the skull started getting okay. But would you ever?
I
consider
also had
doing that?
a.
Taking a little time and just making your logo your own thing, like one
No.
you drew. No.
No,
No, you
no.
just-
Everybody knows my logo now, and if they
That's
see
true.
the skull, they know it's the Boner.
But what if you
it's him.
redrew your logo for like and you did it? Make the like so it looked close enough to where they would recognize it, but maybe like a iteration of your logo. Because we have like a bunch of different versions of our logo. all different kinds like that.
Yeah.
But it's still recognizable. You still know it's our logo. It's just it looks like just a different version of our logo, like a different theme of it.
You should do a
I think an
skull with
illustrated version of your logo that you make and then selling that like on a shirt or something, dude. I'd buy 10 of them and just give away 9. Well, I'd give away 8, and I'd just keep one for me and OG. But
do a non-flaccid nose on it.
It'd be interesting.
I can think about. Yeah.
If you ever get around to it.
Well, I see it as a challenge.
Yeah, I
and
think
I love
it'd be kinda
challenges.
neat. I think it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, speaking of challenges, I was going to say, were you into competitive stuff when you were? Yeah, I know you said you were into martial arts, but were you just training, or were you actually competing when you were doing martial arts?
Well, my mindset was 2-man enter, 1-man leaves. So I was very competitive.
You were all about fight. Okay.
Yeah.
That explains the drive for racing as well. I guess a part of it, besides going fast as fuck, is the competitive part.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I'm not a very competitive person, I guess, in general. I love competition. I'm just not like, I don't ever seek it out really. So yeah, that part of it. People always try to tease me with racing, like, oh, but it's competitive. It's fun. You get to see yourself progress. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I just want to fly.
Yeah, I had the same thought in the beginning because when I was participating at races, of the 30 pilots, I was like 28th, 29, or the fucking last because I wasn't that good. And when I started Velocidrone, I also made a lot of tracks for Reading FPV. That's a community in Texas. Mm-hmm. I made tracks for them every Wednesday for also 2 years. And because I made a lot of tracks, I had to test them. And if you test a lot of tracks and you fly a lot, you get that muscle memory, you get that stick movement. And all of a sudden, I noticed, hey, I'm getting faster. And suddenly, at the race here in Holland, I put my quad on the launch pad, and I thought, fuck it, let's gonna send it today.
Yeah.
And I put my goggles down. I switched on my quad, and I was fucking sending it like a motherfucker. And after that, I heard my lap times, and I was. That's not correct.
Yeah, timer's broken. What was that?
Yeah, and some other pilots, and some other pilots walked to me and smacked me against my head. And dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because this is not you.
Yeah.
You fly fast as fuck. And after that, I thought to myself, you know what? I think I'm gonna beat them. And the years after that, I never had a podium, and I will never get a podium because I'm already 46. Eye-hand coordination is not that well anymore. But I know that some fast guys, where I looked up for years, they're in danger now because I know I'm gonna kick some ass.
Well, good.
When I don't know.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna do it.
No, yeah, you gotta keep pushing yourself, man.
And I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, you should. You should. I say that all the time, and I'm a firm believer that the second you stop like pushing yourself mentally, physically, whatever, that's your body just starts slowly dying when you're not giving it anything to fight for or to compete for.
Yep. Can't get complacent, especially not in this sport, in the sport of drone racing, because it's like every day seems like, especially now, every day there's some new pilot that's coming on that's just fucking fast.
Yeah, that's the same here in Holland. We organize races for Dutch pilots and Belgian pilots, and in the last couple of years, just after Corona, the entire FPV scene was fucked up because a lot of pilots stopped.
Yeah, it was all over the place.
And finally, we had some races, and there was also always the same group of pilots, and also every time the same guy that wins. And at some races in Belgium, there were like 3-4 young guys, like 13, 14 years old, and they were participating at the race. And everybody was looking, okay, young guys, not that's the thing you have to worry about. But all of a sudden, those guys plugged in, and it's just like MCK, you know. It's just like full fucking send and klar, ready, done. And the moment that I want to push my throttle, those guys were already one lap down. And I was, okay, this is the new age. This is the new future.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what? I'm going to lay my transmitter at the side and I'm going to do some commentating because I can't win from those guys. And if I want to win and if I'm going to push, I'm going to fly it all to crap.
Yeah, just smash your shit up trying to stay up with them.
Yeah, and I'm good at that. I can demolish my quads very easily. And I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah, good. Good, man.
Yeah,
I'm
but
glad you still do it because you should.
Yeah, man.
No reason to stop trying to, even if you know for sure, like, you know, you'll never get up to those guys, like you said, the podium, but fuck it. It's still fun. You still get to whack some of those other dudes, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And it's still fun to design tracks and to organize races and to do live commentating.
I bet.
And yeah, and
When's
still
I
love.
Can you talk about the next live gig you're doing, commentating on?
Me?
Yeah. Do you have anything that you're working on?
Yeah. We have the first Whoop league in November 23rd.
Okay.
How many
and
pilots
that will
are
be
you expecting?
Well, we had a planning for 24 pilots, but we had a world record. Oh, hello.
Got to.
We had a world record. Within a day, it was sold out.
No shit.
And it was, and there was 24 pilots.
Damn.
And there were still pilots asking for a backup list.
Yeah.
If somebody drops out, can I join? So we added 6 extra pilots. So now we have 30 pilots.
That's awesome.
And once we started the Whoop League and the Whoop races here in Holland with Dutch Drone Racing, all of a sudden, all the pilots started whooping, and also pilots that hated whoops are now flying with whoops and kicking ass.
Yeah.
And it's so cool to see all those little bastards flying across the track and the sound, and it's the vibe, and it's the dark and the neon light and the green herbs and all the other stuff that you have there at drone races.
That's what makes drone races
It's a great combination
for me.
Yes.
I like just hanging
flying
out.
high while you're sitting down. Yes.
Yeah. No, that's dope that you guys got that many pilots for your. Because I mean, the Whoop racing out there is kind of, like you said, it's kind of new. That's cool that you guys brought that many people in on the first one of these.
Yeah. I mean, I think you said
it's still growing.
You said it before, OG, to me. You were saying like, if somebody just organizes a chapter and just tries to get like a league going, you're more than likely that you'll find plenty of pilots in your area.
Yeah.
It's just hard to find them when there's nothing to do, when there's no organized event or anything. You know, everybody's just kind of all over the place.
Yeah, you got to have people that are willing to step up and that are able to step up and organize it too.
Yeah, shit takes a lot of time, a lot of planning, and sometimes a lot of finances too to get going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, it's cool that you guys got some sponsors working with you. That some companies reached out and are helping out with it. That's super cool. That's what's dope about this community too. It's just if you got something cool going on, there's usually some companies.
Yeah. Speaking of any companies watching looking to sponsor Dutch Drone Racing, hit up BonerFPV.
There you go.
Do it up.
Give me your money. Oh, sorry. No, it's all for the community. It's all for the name, and it's all for the pleasure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's fun.
Beers down. Keep warming up.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, you got a boner, King?
Yeah, that's a forbidden T-shirt. Those aren't allowed.
Yeah, it's got rejected.
It's banned.
Yeah, it's banned for more.
Right, hold on.
Yeah, it got banned. You gotta get rid of that, buddy.
Yeah. Burn it.
All right, how's this?
Now I gotta delete the VOD because you're showing nip.
Monkey nips.
There we go. That's better.
Okay.
That is
Bonerlicious loading.
Honestly,
I don't want to get anybody in trouble.
90%. Oh, perfect. That's it. Loving it.
What's
man.
so what's up next for you, drone wise? What do you got going on next? Next big project, next big event, next big thing
Well,
you're
I'm
doing? Is it the thing in
at the
November?
moment that yeah, that's already the track is done. Everything is planned. Everything is made. Everything works.
And you're
So
gonna commentate
we're
the whole time? You
yes.
excited for that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Do you get
the
nervous
funny
before
the
doing
funny
them?
thing, but that's positive nervosity because
Right. Yeah.
oh yeah, also forgot to mention one of my biggest hobby. I was a DJ for 25 years.
Oh well, shit. Yeah, you
Oh,
could add that
damn.
in there.
Yeah,
DJing's
that's
pretty
just a
sick.
little thing I forgot. Yeah,
Just 25 years of DJing.
yeah, yeah. But if I have a mic in front of me and I can't talk Dutch, my own language, well, it keeps on flowing.
Yeah.
If you look at the YouTube channel of Dutch Drone Racing, you will see a 2-day race at the Navy race in Belgium.
Mhm.
It's like every stream is like 7.5 hours,
Damn.
and you can hear me commentating the entire race. It's in Dutch,
Yeah.
but there you can hear my rolling R's. That's typical Dutch. But you can hear it. It keeps on. I keep on talking and jokes about it and all
Well,
that
good.
stuff.
Good, man. I'm glad you got that
And
going too, because I told you years ago. I'm sure you've heard it a million times. I was like, you need to do something with your voice. You need to be
Yes.
commentating, doing voiceovers, something, because you can't just walk around sounding like that and not do something with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm glad you got something.
The last like voice message you sent me on Facebook, I was sitting there with my my wife, and as soon as I saw the voice message, I was like, you got to hear Boner's voice. I've never been around you when he sent me a voice message before. You got to hear his voice. But
uh,
and it's funny you said the thing because the first thing she asked me, she's like, she said, is he Russian? And you mentioned earlier that if we heard you in Dutch, we'd probably think that you were Russian. But I just,
You know what I
don't
think
guess-
I need as far as a slap from Boner is I need him just going on a rant swearing
in Dutch.
in Dutch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be an excellent slap, especially if you're talking about how it rolls better. That's what we need to get from you eventually one day is swearing rant in Dutch. That'll make for a great slap. I don't need to understand what you're saying. It's fine. It'll be funnier if I don't, I think. You know,
Probably better for
Okay,
TOS
okay.
if we don't.
what'd you say?
I said probably better for TOS if we don't.
True. Yeah. Terms of service wise, yeah, it's probably better that we don't know. So yeah, maybe one day if you're feeling creative and angry, just record some swearing for me in Dutch.
well, I don't have to be angry for that because I'm crazy enough to do it. So, but that's you're giving me some great ideas,
Well, good.
some nice brain farts.
Some nice brain parts.
Yeah.
Can Boner say, "Do you mind if we dance with your dates?" Can you go? Do you mind if we dance with your dates?
Do you mind if we dance with your dates?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hey Boner, what DJ setup did you
Ace.
use back in the day?
Ooh, I had a lot. I had my own mixing table. I had two 18-inch subwoofers, four 16-inch top speakers for the high notes.
Mhm.
5 lasers for moving it.
It's just like a
Smoke machine.
little traveling rave.
Yeah, it's just a
Yeah, I had everything. I had a van, and if I unloaded, I could create a party for like 500-600 people.
That's
holy
crazy.
shit.
And
I
you
had
did-
my
you did that
mixing
for
tables,
25
my-
years as just like a side gig. Just
I
for
did
fun?
it. Yeah, just for fun.
That's crazy.
And it was like Friday evening, Saturday evening, sometimes Sunday daytime, or Sunday evenings, private parties.
Little private
But
rave
the
after
biggest
church on Sunday.
Yeah, well, there is a big church in Utrecht, here in Holland, that's called the Nicolai Church.
Mhm.
That's a big old church, like 100 years old,
Yeah.
several hundred years old. And we had a mission to enlight the entire church at the inside but special lads, and we have to pressure all the people with the music that we put up.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is, I never forget, it was a special party for wedding dresses and wedding costumes, and there were fashion shows with models, and if I say models, I mean models.
Yeah.
But alcohol and models and late time at the evening is a perfect combination for some
Fun.
charades.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And with me behind the mic and half-naked ladies in front of me, loaded with beer
Yeah.
and a dark voice in the church.
In a church of all places.
That's
sinner.
my yes. But that's the most exciting party I had. But the biggest party I had was in Belgium, like 35,000 people.
Phew.
And I did 1 hour of hardstyle.
Damn.
That sounds like fun.
That was fun. I
feel like I can hear the pounding I can feel the pounding in my head after an hour of hardstyle.
Yeah. Well, normally I go to events here in Holland, and they last like 12 hours, and it's 12 hours, like 160, 180 BPM, straight on.
Jesus. When did you stop DJing?
A couple of years before I got my first child.
Okay.
Because I know when my kid was born, all the freedom was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of time needed for that.
Yeah, and a lot of place.
Mm-hmm.
And the stuff that I had was really a lot. And I knew for sure that when I got kids, I don't have much time for being a DJ or traveling around Holland, because sometimes I had 2 gigs at one day. One in the daytime, one in the evening.
Yeah, trying to balance out with a newborn. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Now that your kids are older, is it something you've ever considered getting back into at all?
I don't know, because it's cool to be a DJ, but if you have your own equipment, you have to carry it all around. You have to store it, and like I said, I have problems with putting my socks on without pain. And if I have to build a complete gig,
for sure,
I can do that. But if maybe an organization will hire me as a DJ, and I will enter the area and everything is already built.
Yeah.
Just plug in, give me a mic, and I will give you shit the entire evening. I will blow up your mind. That's what I do. I like to party. I like to create.
Infinity Loop's boner rave over here.
Beats by boner.
Beats by boner.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because I'm already clipping some Infinity Loops live streams with some announcements from you, from OG, and I'm already creating some kind of Infinity Loop hardstyle remix.
Oh god!
Hell yeah!
Ah, jeez.
So also with the Wonky Nips, some things from what's the I forgot his name. Ooh.
Oh, Bardwell, Joshua Bardwell.
Yes. So.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
That guy.
Yeah.
So all those funny sound clips and phrases you guys made, that's going to be a hardstyle compilation.
Well, if you ever need clean audio files of all the sound effects, I can't give you like moments from stream, obviously, clean audio, but the actual sound effects, they're all audio files I already have if you need them. If you need Bardwell,
you can
woo and such.
Oh yes, if you please, put them in Drive and
whatever you need.
Just Google Drive link. Yeah, send them all.
Oh, I'm on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear some FPV hardstyle.
Yeah, it would be the first. because there are no other songs about FPV.
There's a lot of AI ones.
Yeah, but that's
A lot of AI
And
ones.
the old school tinywhoop ones.
True. Yeah, the acapellas. Right.
Yeah.
Definitely no hard style though.
No.
We need some
No,
EDM.
they're like the furthest thing from hardstyle, but that's okay. We'll get there.
oh, they will come.
What about just making music at home? Like just to upload online just for fun? Just to make music again? You know, like on the computer or something. Like smaller, scaled down some.
No,
No, not for you.
nah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I figure you sit on the computer and just hammer out a map in like 20 minutes. You could probably make some sick beats in a short amount of time.
Yeah, but that's I'm more of a visual guy.
Okay.
I want to see what I create.
Yeah.
And if I'm working with a song and I hear it like 2 or 3 times, I'm done. I'm sick of it. Throw it away.
Yeah.
But a map is never done. A track is never done. You can always add more.
Yeah.
And in music, if you add too much,
Gets a little annoying, yeah. I
Yeah.
feel you.
yeah,
No,
Okay.
I get it. I've dabbled on and off with music making, not for a long time, but I have dabbled, and yeah, it gets to that point where you're like, am I just adding more shit just to add more shit, or should I just chop this off here?
Just call it quits there.
Yeah.
just like that.
But I feel that with like the songs, I feel like with editing videos, like not so as much now since we use non-copyright music, but back when we were using like copyrighted songs and stuff like that, I would listen to a song while I'm editing, and then after I'm done editing the video, it's like I don't ever listen to that song again. I'm tired of hearing it.
I just listened to your Whoa song the other day, or your Wow song. Wow.
Oh yeah,
It's on my
yeah.
old
I did
YouTube,
I took the. I don't even know if you would know that song. The song "Whoa" by was it Black Rob, something like that.
No
Back
idea.
in the day. Well, it's a song where they say everything's like "whoa," and they say it 1,000 times. And I took out every single "whoa" and I added in a "wow" from Owen Wilson.
Do you know who the actor
And,
Owen Wilson is? You know who that
no,
actor
was
is?
it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So he says "wow" like a bunch. That's like his
Yeah, a whole
go-to
bunch.
reaction. He goes "wow."
Wow.
Oh wow! So OG took
Yeah.
like hundreds of those and spliced them into
Yeah.
a song, and it's the most ridiculous sounding song.
I'm surprised I've never done a video to. I need to do a video to it.
You should do.
yeah,
a
but the
video
crazy
of it.
songs are the best. Crazy songs are the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Very true. Speaking of crazy shit, what's the next track you're working on? You got any leaks for us?
Well, the next track I'm working on is for the ice storm next year.
Oh, okay.
You're already working on
Yeah.
it, or you
Yeah,
just
because-
that's the next like big one you're working on.
I'm already working on it because they have a special request to one big track,
Mhm.
but they're going to use amateurs and pro pilots. And the track has to be easier for the amateurs.
Mhm.
So they want a track that if the amateurs can go halfway to the right and make the track a bit shorter. So the pro guys have to, when they go halfway, they have to take more elements.
I see.
But the flow has to be good for both tracks.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
they want to try that they can only have to build one track. And if the pro pilots are flying, they don't have to readjust everything. Just say, okay, pro pilots, you go straight and the amateurs go left. And
Finish.
But it's on an ice rink. There are 2 ice rinks, and those are very, very small. But it's hard to make a big track at a small area for 5-inch, suitable for amateurs and pro pilots.
Oh yeah.
Well, and don't they do tiny trainers at Ice Storm too?
Also,
Yeah, so you got to have it work for tiny trainers as well.
yep.
So when you're doing a map like that, do you just do make the area that you have to work with in Velocidrone and then kind of like lay the parts out that way? Or are you
I
drawing
made
it on
the
paper or?
No, I have the layout from the ice rink.
Mhm.
I've made that one also in Velocidrone 1-on-1. compared to the real one.
I figured that would be the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, and you can add pictures at Velocidrone, or in Velocidrone at the editor. If you have a photo of an area, or if you have a track that you want to recreate in Velocidrone, you can put it as some kind of an overlay.
Yeah.
And you can build on top of that.
Oh,
And if you think about the Halloween map last year, the big castle I made, I made that one from a picture. I loaded the picture in Velocidrone.
Yeah.
I put it straight up. So the castle was standing in front of me. And by that, I put all the blocks together to create the entire
I remember
castle.
you showing me how that looks, like the overlay of the two things. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then to individually place every block.
And just like the Super Mario Apocalypse,
right. With all the little sprites everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
and at the rock, that was what's the Dozer?
Yeah, like Bowser and Mario.
Of Bowser.
And Goombas and One Up. Yeah, he had all kinds of shit. So that's the same concept, just putting the image in Velocidrone and then building over it. It's fucking smart.
So I had two race track building related questions. Number one, and I don't know if you can answer this or not. Did you submit a track design for the Whooptopia contest?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I figured we probably would have talked about it if you did, but I wasn't sure if you had or not. And number two, I was just curious, like, how do you approach like starting building a racetrack? Do you start with the start finish line and just kind of start placing gates and seeing what feels right, or do you have a specific process like that you go through?
Well, I have some things that I keep in mind always, because I want to have the start away from the pilots.
Yes.
That's the first thing. And I want to switcheroo from left to right. If I have three left corners or three right corners straight after each other, it's boring. So you have to make a switch from left to right. And what also important is, the final corner before you enter the start gate has to be away from the pilots or public or stuff like that, because those are the parts that the pilots fly the fastest, because they want to send that last bit.
Yeah.
And if they wobble on the ground, they're gonna fly up or crash. And if there are people lose from carbon. So
yeah.
And that's some things you have to keep in mind if you design a track. It has to be flowy. It has to be around, for the normal guys, like 20 to 25 seconds. For the fast guys, between 15 and 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And if you make a track too long, the problem is you can't fly 3 laps. If you're going to send it 3 laps on a track that's too long, well, I think halfway the last lap, your quad will drop to the ground because the label was empty.
Yeah.
So those things you have to keep in mind, and not too many twirls, not crazy moves, not incorrect moves. You can do a split S, but you can also do a split S the wrong way. If you come from the left and you do a split S and you enter the same way, or if you exit the same way, that doesn't flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to keep that in mind, that your corners are natural and not too many objects and not too less, but it's all a bit of a mixed up. And if you build tracks for years, you will remember, okay, this works. If I do, if I have a ladder up, like a Jacob's ladder, 3 up, what you can do is you can add a dive for it. That if you at the top of the ladder, you exit and you fly to a dive, and from the dive you can go back to the ladder to the lowest part. And with funny things, with like 4 or 5 gates, you can create the most funny and fucked up things for the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a thing that I always try. I always try to make new moves, new obstacles, and it's cool if pilots are visiting or entering a track and they say from, "Whoa, what the fuck is this?"
Yeah. You gotta keep it fresh.
I feel like 75% of the tracks you send me that I fly, like whether it's on stream or whatever, I wind up messaging you like, this one section was so fucking crazy, because there's always one, at least one.
Yeah.
One super technical little clusterfuck of gates that you got to do.
Yeah, that's my mission.
Yep.
Well, you do it very well.
Very well.
You do it very well.
Well, thank you.
I don't even like racing that much, but I do enjoy racing on your maps.
I know what you like.
Dives and trippy spins and power loops. I love all that shit. You know what? I was thinking the other day, I would love to see you try to tackle coastal and make something cool there. I fly on coastal all the time anyway, so I want to fly a boner coastal map, though. You know, best of both worlds. I like boner maps. I like coastal maps. But I want a boner. I want a coastal boner map. Or boner.
Well, you have a new... You have the Halloween map for the next stream?
Yes. Just for, future reference. Later on, down the road.
Well, I can assure you that the map after that will be the coastal.
Okay.
Because I'm already
thinking about
brain farting. It's getting there.
Well, yeah, just for future reference. Keep it under your hat. Or OG's hat. Keep it under OG's hat.
Yes.
But also...
OG, give him your hat so you can put his stuff under it.
Yes, here you go. Take my hat.
You got to... Yeah, you're fine. You got to know. Just put a different hat on.
My hair's kind of fucked up. Yeah. Okay. Switch that out.
There we go. That's good.
Yeah. You sexy motherfucker.
That's good.
Hey, OG, what you have to do, you have to send me your address, because Hetz's house is in Velocidrone.
True.
Nick Burns' house is in Velocidrone.
Also true.
Oh, yeah.
OG's house.
It's not in Velocidrone.
So the golden triangle is not complete. So, nope. I mean... And whenever I get yours done, I will build mine house and all those for one map.
I got to fly around your house, kind of, in that Google Map simulator.
Oh,
thing. Yeah. His neighborhood looks sweet to fly around. OG's property is kind of ass to fly around at. I mean, it's all right for a whoop, but it's tight for anything larger than a whoop.
Yeah. You can do my basement, just put a pool table in the middle with a bunch of shit on it.
I was going to say, the basement would probably be the best. To recreate the basement would be awesome. Well, yeah, because you don't really fly outside of your house that often, as far as like for videos and such.
No, I probably
usually just see you ripping around the basement.
Yeah, just a handful of random, like twice a year freestyle videos in the backyard, and that's it.
Yeah. Speaking of, I got to work on ours that we did.
Yeah, so do I.
I'll get that out eventually.
Yeah.
Do you know what you have to do? You have to do a monthly challenge for pilots and also for yourself. Maybe you can do it. A pilot comes with a challenge, and everybody of the 90% group has to do it, just like a bit of the Whoop University. But then for freestyle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
that's not a bad idea. That's not
something
a bad idea.
like that.
Okay. I think 2025 is going to be a big year of doing things like specifically for 90%ers. Like we have a lot of really good ideas that were pitched in this year. We're just kind of talked about. I want to start executing some of them next year. Not execute 90%ers.
Yes.
Those guys are cool.
But that too.
Execute the plans for the 90%ers next
But
year.
also we have to, I think, if we are going to work on those whoop gates that we talked about.
Yeah, eventually I'd like to get there. You know whose gates I just got and I am extremely not excited about now that I see them? Is Flywoo. Flywoo just started making gates. It's like 5-piece gates. It's 5 squares or 5 circles, kind of like the Newbie gates, if you've ever seen those, the Newbie kits. I thought they came in a cube, but they're just individual gates, and you're supposed to Velcro them together.
What size are the gates?
They're the same exact thing as the Newbie ones. The one you got behind you right there, that Newbie gate.
Really?
It's almost the exact. It's almost the exact same thing. I'll
Who the
put them
fuck's
side by
making
side.
19-inch gates anymore? Nobody's flying 19-inch gates.
I'll put them side by side and see exactly. I don't know if they're exact. They might be smaller or larger. I'm not sure. But they look exactly like that. So it looks like it's the same thing. It even has, like 2 patterns on the top and 2 patterns on the side. They match. Like it's same, almost same exact thing. They're just yellow and or gold and purple or something. But in the
It's a
picture on their
gold and
website,
black.
they got LEDs in the bitch, and then they sent it to me with all these XT30 connectors. Like I got LEDs with it. There's no fucking LEDs. I just got gates and connectors. So I guess I got to buy some LEDs for it.
LEDs not included.
Yeah, dude, they
No.
included the hookups for it.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Oh well.
But what's the size of the gauge that you guys using, the round ones? What's the wide? How wide are they?
Well,
50 centimeters.
the gate size, that's like kind of the standard for 65 millimeter racing has become 24 inches with whatever that converts to in non-stupid units of measure.
50 centimeters.
Yeah, so it's 24 inches. I think the Weebleed gates and like the tinywhoop cube and all that, I think they're 28, if I'm not mistaken. But-
It's the same size that we have here in Holland.
Yeah. No, the 24, but like the Whooptopia gates, the ones that they do for that, those are 24 inches. And that's kind of like that's the minimum size for race gal is 24. So that's kind of become the standard. But I think things have just gotten too fast for the 19s.
So if we made a gate, do you think we should just go for a cube then, since those are more popular?
I mean,
Why not?
You know what I mean?
A
Just
gate-
sell like one thing, it's just the cube, and you can unzip it into more gates if you wanted.
it's really I think that makes the most sense. Because
Right.
that was always like the
Yeah.
biggest gripe with the old Tiny Whoop cubes. It's like, man, this is so cool, but it would be sick if they all
Came apart.
disconnected from
Yeah.
each other.
And I hate those newbie drone ones when they're like, you can make a cube out of these, and it's just Velcro pieces to put them together. Like it's so
Yeah.
janky. I hate it. Oh, it took me like an embarrassing amount of time to assemble 5 of those gates into a cube. I was not happy with myself.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was the same thing with like the Weebly gate. It's Velcro. It's like they're really, it's a really cool idea, but we also, structurally the Velcro it doesn't really
It's a very
make the
it's a weak point for sure.
yeah. Yes.
Okay, maybe a cube then. We'll look into maybe a cube. Boner, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, I'd like to do something along those lines, but a cube would be cool. Because I don't know, I think it'd be more convenient, be easier.
What about the Infinity Loop logo? As
I have a
Okay,
PEX.
we for
PEX
the
Infinity
longest
Loop, right?
time, I've had this idea written down. Like we have a whole store, like lined out of what we would sell and how we would design shit. Like we've put so much thought into this, it's stupid. But there's one of the things on there is the Infinity Loops gate that is an infinity sign. I've wanted one where it pops up, like you can fold it in half. I've wanted to do that for forever. I just can't find a manufacturer that will do like custom shapes like that. And I don't even know how you would get that to work, like how to get 2 of those loops to be able to like collapse into each other or teardrop shapes, whatever.
Well,
But
if you
I've talked to
take-
gate manufacturers and I've talked to people who talk to a lot of gate manufacturers, and I haven't found anybody that's gotten like every single person I've talked about. Yeah, they're not going to be able to do all that. Like it's too complicated.
Well, we could do a cube though, because if
Okay.
you've ever tried to fold up one of the Tiny Whoop cubes, it's very easy to make that into an Infinity Loops symbol without trying. So
That is true. Yeah, it's just accidental.
nothing makes you feel stupider than trying to fold up a fucking Tiny Whoop cube.
They really do test your intelligence,
Yeah.
or at least your patience.
yes,
Eventually,
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
leave them open. Just leave them on the floor.
Yeah, I think mine are just like leaned up against the
Yeah,
wall. Just
fuck that. I'm
no,
done with
but
it.
do you know those foldable tents for at the beach? You know,
Yeah.
Yep.
you throw them in the air, it's a tent, and you want to fold them back together. It's all fucked up and broken.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Same
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Exactly that. I just do that with my
Yeah,
gates.
yeah,
I just leave them laying all over
Yeah.
the place. Fuck it. I'm not folding them
yeah.
back up.
That's fuck. Yep.
Thing. So we got to make a cube that's easy to fold and it looks badass. Easy enough. I think it's pretty simple.
Gotta have a boner on there.
Well, yeah, naturally, got to have a boner.
Sure.
Natural
Hey.
boner.
We need to do. That
Oh.
was the other thing I wanted to start figuring out is what I'm going to do for the next strap, the next goggle strap. Because I want to do another sticker bomb on the inside, I think, and I owe Boner a spot on a goggle strap.
Yeah, but if you put a boner on a strap, it's a strap on.
It is. It is a
Yeah.
strap on,
That is a fact.
and that's kind of more reason
There you
for me
go.
to do it. I think.
Yep. We should do a slap strap. That's just all slap memes on it.
That's possible too. Actually, that'd be
Yeah.
kind of fun. That's a good idea.
Infinity loops
Yeah.
slap strap.
Yeah, I don't want to give away the idea. We already have an idea, even I do, for the next strap, but I don't want to give away the bulk of the idea yet. Not until it's actually coming to fruition, which we're working on that, but we'll get there.
Okay.
One day. We'll get there. Mr. Boner FPV, what did you have anything else you wanted to talk about? Did you have anything you wanted to bring up? Did you want to ask OG how many
Well-
more clothes he has of yours on?
Well, he looks a bit thicker than normal, but I don't think.
He's got one,
Yeah.
at least one left.
Barking up. Yeah, we got.
He's hiding things.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. I'm just gonna keep stripping.
That's okay.
Oh,
All
Take
that's
time.
all that's left after this is the boner. The legitimate boner.
the legitimate boner.
Legitimate.
Well, we call him
Natural.
Mini-Me.
The one we bleed
The BFF.
31 inches. Okay, good to know. Yeah, there we go.
Hey,
You
I
feel
thought I was
better
gonna
now?
die with all those. Oh my god, so much better. My tism was fucking tisming this whole time with all them layers on.
I bet. It looked a
Ugh.
little snug and warm.
When I
I bet
first
you were
put on
comfortable
all the jackets and I walked back into our bedroom, my wife she was like, "You look ridiculous."
Well, mission accomplished.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was
I
the
feel like
goal.
you can see yours way better. My camera cuts off. Well, you guys see me a little higher on Discord. They don't see me that high on stream. I'm a little. Well, they see me this high, obviously, but they don't see as much. So I was like looking before stream, and I started putting because I have one of his shirts on. I was putting the hoodie on, and I have two of his other shirts over there. And I was like, nobody's gonna see any of this. I'm just gonna look like I wore 9 shirts for no fucking reason.
Yeah. As soon as I put it
Hey,
all on,
it's
I was
what-
like, "I'm sorry." Go ahead.
Yes, is it possible that you show a little glimpse of the new map to the
I could,
audience?
yeah, I can. Do you want to do that? I don't know how I would even how am I going to do this without screwing you guys up? Well, hang on. Let's finish
I don't
here.
know.
Let's finish here, and then we'll change gears, and we'll look at that.
You're
real
gonna
quick.
finish me? Say what?
Excuse you?
Don't fit-
That's what you said.
Pretty
He's
sure
gonna finish me.
you're never supposed to leave a boner unfinished. I've heard that's bad.
Yes,
It's called
Yeah.
that's wrong.
Bad.
It's
news.
causing pressure at the wrong places.
I think. OG, are you streaming next Thursday?
Yes.
That's Halloween, right? Is Halloween on Thursday?
Oh, is
Am I
it?
tripping?
Oh, fuck. If it's Halloween, then no.
What?
Because
Let me double check. Hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah.
No.
Halloween's
Then
Thursday.
It is.
Well, I mean,
Then-
for us. Well, yeah, no, it should be for you too. What am I saying? The 31st. It's Thursday.
Yeah.
Next
then
Thursday.
likely not.
Okay, so maybe Wednesday, Hallows Eve. Maybe I'll do a stream Wednesday morning and fly the new boner map, so we can actually fly it before Halloween. I feel like flying it. I'll fly it Friday morning as well, but I feel like flying it the day after Halloween.
Yeah.
You lost all the Halloween magic. So I'll do it both days. We'll do it Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah. Heads is already ready to fly your Christmas map on Friday. So
Yeah, I'm way far ahead of you. Yeah. Way far ahead of you.
Yeah.
Well, I will open it to chat, even though I took a lot of your guys' questions. If you have any other questions for Boner while we're here asking him questions, now is the time.
Now
Please
is the time.
ask away. You're going to have him just on audio only for a moment while I get Velocidrone open. And we will,
$5 super chat.
we'll take a quick sneak peek at Boner's new map. Or should I just show pictures? I could just show the pictures. That's easier. I shouldn't actually fire up the sim because then I'll be here for a while flying it.
Yeah.
I just
No, just for a couple of minutes. A little sneak peek.
I give him a couple little pictures here. I give him some pictures, some screenshots. We get some stills. That's a good teaser.
Don't show him the dick pics I sent them.
No. I got those. Those are saved in my taxes folder.
Yes.
This is what we're looking at here, folks. This is what we got coming from BonerFPV. Hey, maps by Boner. Your little thing on my stream popped up right when I switched. Look at that. It's like it was meant to be. God, dude, look at all the purples. Oh, this is gonna be sick. Maybe okay. This is what I'll do. We'll do Wednesday night, Friday morning. Wednesday night, Friday morning. Cover both audiences, AM, PM, and we'll be able to do Hallows Eve night, which I feel like is spookier than doing it during the day.
Wednesday night it's like 9:30 your time.
Yes, so it'll be 3 whatever or 2:30 whatever it is your time.
Well,
Balls
3:30
early.
my time.
3:30.
It's 6-hour difference. 6-hour difference.
A duck. Yes.
Have you ever thought about doing Heads is probably gonna roll his eyes at this, but have you ever thought about doing any kind of Harry Potter related map, like a Hogwarts,
Eyes
a
literally
flyable
just fell out of my
Hogwarts,
head.
like a flyable
Out of my
Hogwarts?
head.
That'd be a giant. That's a fucking big ass castle, but
Yeah.
It's cool looking.
I can promise you, if you made that, there'd be at least 2 boners in the FPV community at that point.
Well, I'm also planning. I talked about it with 8-bit. He wants a big mothership and alien invasion and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
That would be dope.
So that's also on my list. So 8-bit, it's coming up.
Good. I hope to see that one too. I want to fly that. And a coastal map. And more
Yeah.
shit. Let's just give Boner a million things to do. Harry Boner's castle. That's
Harry Boner's castle.
just your Harry Potter castle you were talking about. Harry Boner's castle. That's what you could call it.
Yeah, there you go.
Could be the map name.
Yep.
That sounds a bit weird. Harry Boner.
Yuck.
Oh.
Hey, also, all that sweet-ass merch you've been seeing OG wear and the stuff I'm wearing, you can get it down below. I left links for all of Boner's things below. We got his Patreon, if you want to go check him out over there. Support the man. Get a little sneak peek at his new maps as he makes them. And then you can also check out his Spreadshirt, where he's got some merch as well. If you want to pick something up for yourself, get yourself a little Boner merch. Not
Hell
a little
yeah.
Boner merch, but you know what I meant.
And I love the shirts, but the hats, both of the hats. This is my daily driver hat right now. I've been wearing the shit out of this hat lately.
My daily driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's my EDC. It's my EDC hat.
Your EDC hat?
Good.
Yeah, my everyday carry.
I
everyday
thought it
carry.
was
The Boner
your everyday
hat.
cap. I thought you were going to mix it up on us. but-
Oh fuck! I missed the opportunity. It's
yeah.
gone.
No, it's okay. It's all right. Just save it. Put it under your hat for later and save it.
There we go.
Just
There
keep
we
that
go.
one.
Is it the Boner cap or dick hat?
It's both.
Yes. This
The
is my,
answer
this
is
my
yes.
This is my dickhead. Yes.
I think the next hat I wear will be a Boner hat, but I got to wait till all of my hair falls the rest of the way out. I hate wearing hats right now. I can't stand it. But once the hair goes the rest of the way, I'll start wearing more hats. Boner hats.
The rest of the way.
First on the list. Yeah. Your hair falls out
neither.
slowly, bud. It's like slowly.
Well,
You slowly
You been losing
lose it.
hair?
Huh?
You been losing hair?
Yeah. I'm almost 40 years old, dog. It's gonna happen.
I mean, so.
Dude.
I mean,
I think it's like I was gonna say I think it's like 30 something, 35 or 40% of men don't make it out of their 30s with all their hair. It happens, dude.
oh man.
dude, I was
receding
bald when I
or
was
all the way out?
18.
You said you were
I was
bald when
bald
you were
I was-
18?
Yeah,
No shit.
yeah. It runs in the family.
Yeah, no kidding. God dang.
Oh, all my uncles, all my nephews at the side from my mother,
Yeah.
bald.
God damn, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you wear it well. Finding all those older videos of you too when you were younger, all head shaved and shit, looking badass.
Yeah, badass Boner. The BAB.
Yeah, I don't think I've had any hair loss yet, but I do every time I go to get my hair cut now, I look down at the hair fall on the ground. I'm like, that's more gray than it was there last time.
Oh, shut up.
I don't have nothing on Mr. Silver Fox here.
I'm gonna start
but,
complaining about all this beard hair I have to keep shaving off. Oh Lord, look at all this beard hair.
My lighting's not
everywhere.
right, but I got some stuff.
You got some stuff going on there?
I got some stuff.
Got a
I need
little
to
stubble
shave.
coming in.
Yeah, man. Yeah, my wife makes me shave it because she's like, you look like a 16-year-old. Because I just get.
Oh,
That's fair though. That's fair.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
No,
with that.
as lazy as I am glad I don't have to shave my face. I would be like legitimately shave my face.
We have a $2 super chat from Mape, and he says a Death Star Millennium Falcon. Jesus, boner map.
wow.
I don't even know how you would tackle that one. That's one that you would have to figure out with your big brain. I am
It's
too dumb
doable.
for that.
You know what else would be a crazy project? That would be because I feel like a lot of people introduce non-pilots to drone racing by comparing it to like Star Wars, like pod racing.
Oh yeah, true.
It would be dope to like remake that whole like the track. That
Oh,
they
yeah, but
ran into
oversize
pod
it?
racing. Yeah, make
Oversized
it
as you
like,
can fly with like a 5-inch quad or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the shit that they flew in Star Wars Episode 1 with the fucking cliffs and everything, and they're flying between them and all that shit.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
That would be cool. That is
Yeah, but
that is an idea.
that's easy to make. That's easy to make.
This fucking guy. That's easy to make.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I jumped in the editor one time, exactly one time, and I was like, let me see what this is all about. And 5 minutes later, I was back to flying.
Yeah, I think I made something move around on a spline, maybe like a go-kart or something, and then I just never touched it again. It's like, okay, that was fun.
Yeah.
That took 38 minutes. I'm done.
Yeah, and then I think it was Colby SFPV made a video with like a tutorial about the editor, and it's like, oh yeah, let me watch this, and I started watching. And it's like, I don't want to learn.
I'll
all
leave this
right
to the
now.
professionals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me stick with my wheelhouse.
Also have a $5 super chat from Stavel. Big up, Stavel. Appreciate you, brother. He says, thanks to Boner for doing the In the Loop. The man, the myth, the Boner. I concur. I agree. Can I give you one
Well,
of these?
thank you.
Give you one of these.
No, that's giving me your
Also, let me just say that like after doing a bunch of these in the loops, I feel like I'm the most boring person that's ever been on this show because everybody that we have on has all these crazy fucking
Correct.
stories and
Yes.
shit. They've traveled,
Yes.
they've done all this
Go
shit.
through.
That's the point,
Yes.
is that we have interesting guests on because we're not
We're
interesting.
boring as shit. It's like, what was your life like? Well, I fucking worked some jobs and I bought my grandparents' house that I half grew up in. I've been in the same county.
That's interesting
Like-
enough.
We chilling.
We could talk about that for maybe a good 10, 15-minute episode. You could be the first In the Loop shorts, YouTube shorts episode. 1 minute or
Hey.
less.
Chickadee. There you go.
Yeah. Like,
We'll
so
do
OG, what was your life like before drones? I was pretty much fucking off.
It was basically how it is now, just sans drones.
Yes. Replace drones
Yeah.
with sitting here all night online with heads playing video games instead. And
You got it. And you nailed it.
yeah.
All right, Boner. Well, I know it is early as shit for you.
Yeah, it's like
in the
what,
morning.
5:30 in the morning now.
We are slowly approaching 2
It's
hours
5:30.
of
Yeah.
2 hours of interview here. So I think this is a great point to start to wrap her up here and get you off the
Yeah,
bed.
so I can get 2 hours of sleep because my alarm clock goes at 7:30. That's in 2 hours.
Dude, are either one of your kids serial killers like my son? He has been waking up on purpose at 6 a.m. to take a shower. He doesn't have to be up for school until like 8, but he'll get up at 6 a.m. by himself. He's 8 years old, and he'll go take a
What?
shower and get ready for school, and then just sit at the kitchen table and watch shit on his laptop till we come down.
Yeah, I didn't know how to
Well-
react to that when he told me that last week. When he's like, "I've been getting up, taking fucking what?"
Yeah, I was like, what? Since when? Oh, I swear to God, over the summer, I would have to get a pry bar to get him and my wife out of bed because it's like noon. And, I'm like, hey, motherfuckers want to get up so we can eat lunch or something? Like, come on, get up. But then, yeah, it's during the school year. He's like 6 a.m. He's up already. He's like, can I have a bagel? It's like, dude,
Well,
you don't have to be up for 2 hours. Go back to bed. It's not like you don't have to leave for school for 2 hours. You don't have to be up. Like, I was giving you a
but
buffer.
that will change. That will change because
True.
my kids
Teen
are
years.
13 and 15, and every morning, they have to go to school, but I have to get out of baseball bat to get them out of bed. So,
I guess I'll go back to that point at some point with my son.
and in the weekends, it's like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock when they awake. So
Yeah. Fuck.
it will change. It will change.
Yeah, it'll get back to what he was used to, sleeping all day. Him and my wife.
I
are
wish,
sloths.
I wish I had the discipline to get up early like that and kind of do some shit in the morning before it. Because like I talk to people at like work and stuff, and like, yeah, I was doing this. I got up and did this, and this. I'm like, man, fuck that. I rolled out of bed. I helped make my kids lunch, and I left.
I mean, he kind of gets it for me. I'm an early riser, but like even that is too early for me. I ain't get up at 6 a.m. just to take a shower and sit around for 2 hours. What's the point?
No.
What is the point? All right. Anyways. Thank you again, Boner, for taking the time, dude. I really do appreciate it. It means the world
Yeah,
because
thank you
I know
for staying up this late for us.
Yeah, I know it's late, so I do appreciate you bending your schedule to fit ours.
Bending the boner.
Yes.
We know that that's not comfortable, so
we know that is
appreciate
painful.
Ooh.
That is a painful thing.
That will hurt. That will hurt.
But please, by all means,
That is
everybody
game
watching,
over.
go into the description down below, whether you're watching on demand after the fact or live now. Go check out all of Boner's links. He's got a YouTube channel where he uploads pretty consistently. He also has a live stream coming up he'll be doing, Dutch drone racing. He'll be announcing. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. That's in November?
Yes. Yes, 23rd.
November 23rd. Follow our Discord if you want to get updates on that. I'll keep you guys up to date.
Yeah,
Check out his Spreadshirt. Pick up some merch. It's got jackets for wintertime. Ooh.
Yep. And if you watched my stream last Thursday, I flew the track that they're going to be flying at this at the Whoop race in November. It's a sick track.
Right.
It's going to be a sender. I'm excited I'm super excited to see it set up in real life.
But in the future, there are going to be more tracks for the Whoop League, and if I need a tester, I know to find you the OG. I'm going to send them all to you so you can test them.
Send them to me. We'll show them off on stream. We had T-Dog and Nightwing and who else? A couple people in there flying.
Yeah, I saw it, and it was a great test.
Yeah, you should do that more often.
Yeah,
a lot of them racer guys are willing to test your stuff out for sure. They all like flying in circles.
Yep. And if you haven't flown a Boner map or track or anything Velocidrone, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know what
Yeah, what shame on you?
Yeah,
get after it,
bastard.
Go look up that name in Velocidrone. You'll see his history there. Plenty of maps to fly.
Yeah.
Well, all right, everybody. Thank you again for tuning in. I do appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Hope you enjoyed this little convo with BonerFPV. If you missed any of it, we'll upload it on this channel as well as on Spotify. If you want to listen with your screen locked on your phone, you can go over there and do that. Links for all that down below in the description. Thank you again, Boner. You're a fucking legend for staying up this late. You're a legend in general before staying up late for us. You were already a legend status, so now it has been double stamped, double OG'd.
Ooh.
Legend. I do appreciate you, brother. All right, everybody. We will be back tomorrow night for our Clips show. So come on by for that, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. In the meantime, we're going to get Boner off to bed. So thank you, everybody, for watching, and we will see you tomorrow. Adios.
Peace, guys.
Yo.